What
One
the fuck?
at
Yo,
home, Vincent takes a picture with Sultan and a
yo,
taser.
yo, what the freak? This is the Chicago Grim. And then look at the dog in the background, like, man, you know you ain't on that. You know you ain't on that type of timing, man. Tomorrow, people, BenyTeeJ here. If you're interested in well, there won't be background music in this video, but I'll still shout out, you know what I'm saying, one of the people who I want to see up in this world with me. You know what I'm saying? He's a beat maker. He's also a artist now. I think he's got a little music coming out. I'll update you guys on that if you really want to know it, but I'll still update on you. I just got to refresh on it a bit. But yeah, today we're gonna watch this. Oh, let me make sure that all my recording stuff is done. Desktop, yeah, that should be good. So basically, we're gonna watch a movie recap, and we're gonna be reacting to it. You might be wondering, why am I doing this now instead of my usual shtick with the, you know what I'm saying, reacting and all that stuff, where I go yap on about a subject, but honestly, I just haven't had enough time, bro. Like, it's just way too much going on right now with school. So I'm like, let me just keep it concise. Let me just make these videos where I can just yap as much as I want, watch a video on YouTube and just react to it. And if it does bad, it does bad. If it does good, it does good. Because these videos, I don't really want to edit them. You know what I'm saying? Intro, you know what I'm saying? Make maybe a couple cuts in the beginning and then a couple cuts at the end, but mainly just straight through. Shouldn't be no more than 20 minutes. So yeah, let's stop this yapping session. All the, you know what I'm saying, material used in this video, from movie recaps. You know what I'm saying? They're the OG. All this goes to them. So yeah, if they wanna, you know what I'm saying, take down my video, you know what I'm saying, it would be nice to get an email first before so that I can know if I'm doing anything wrong. But yeah, I'm just reacting to these movie recaps. 10 out of 10 channel, by the way. This is one of the best movie recap channels. Movie recap, story recap, film recap, and minute movies. Top four. I suggest watching them. I always watch movie recaps because they always come out with new ones. But yeah, let's get started on Vincent Must Die 2023 by movie recaps.
Day at the office, and Vincent asks the intern to bring him coffee in a very rude manner. Moments later, the intern stares at Vincent while he works at his desk and suddenly starts beating him.
Damn. He just said it's Crash Out Central today. You look at him, man, he finna bump at you. Shoot, that's what you get, bro. You be trying to treat these people like they ain't nothing. Eventually, it's gonna catch up to you.
Him up with his laptop. The
Damn.
other employees immediately drag the intern away and Vincent is sent to take care of his wounds.
Okay.
Afterward, the boss says stress must have affected the boy and that she won't hire interns anymore. She also explains filing a complaint usually goes nowhere but still offers Vincent to talk to HR. However, Vincent is fine with forgetting about the incident. When he returns to his desk, Vincent can't help feeling that everyone in the office is watching him. In the evening, Vincent goes home and spends some time looking for a potential girlfriend on a dating app. He also takes a picture of his injury and uploads it to social media.
My nigga, that. Bro, I don't know if it's the blurriness, but this looks so like. It looks like you put makeup on your face, bro. You look like you swing that way, and ain't nothing wrong with swinging that way. But if you want to swing that way, just say it, my nigga. You look like Ted Bundy, bro. You look like Ted Bundy for real. You start roasting this man. And is that a doodle emoji? Nah, this is your ass. What that boy you did? Somebody's man lazy. Let me stop yapping.
with a cheap quote to get lots of sympathetic comments. The next day at
Life
the
is
office,
hard.
Vincent is working at his desk when suddenly a coworker grabs his hand and starts
Damn,
stabbing
damn, what the freak? That escalated way too quick. Like I thought like the next thing was gonna happen was somebody's gonna punch him, but stab hand is crazy. Wow. Ooh. Like and you see the way
The next day at the office, Vincent is
he
working at his
just
desk when suddenly a
sitting at his
coworker
desk, grab it, and then look at
grabs
that.
his hand and
One,
starts
two,
stabbing his
three,
arm.
just, and then he ain't even stop. And then look at this nigga's face. Oh my gosh. He looked like he really on that type of timing. Like he the amount of no remorsefulness in his eyes. This is that like King Von level of terrorism. This man do not care. He just want a body and that's it.
With a pen.
Damn.
Once again the others must pull them apart and Vincent immediately runs away, causing the attacker to regain. Once again the others must pull them apart and Vincent
Jigglypuff.
immediately runs away.
Like every fat person know this feeling, man. You know what I'm saying? Where you feel like a hamburger when you like the side of your body just jiggle. It's really one of the main reasons why I've been going to the gym because I just got tired of that feeling. And I would say other people, you know what I'm saying? Your life, your choices, but I highly suggest try it out, man. Highly suggest. It makes you feel as though you're actually doing something rather than just sitting down. Which is exactly what I'm doing. But I did do something today. So, you know what I'm saying? I get to sit down.
Way, causing the attacker to regain clarity. Later
Yeah.
after Vincent was given an arm sling by a doctor, both he and the attacker go to HR to discuss the incident, bringing a video a coworker recorded with their phone. The attacker says he wasn't in his normal state and swears he can't remember anything before he starts crying. The HR manager blames it on stress and too much workload and Vincent doesn't want to fill a complaint, so the meeting ends with the attacker and Vincent shaking hands. Afterward another
Blood.
boss asks
What? Hold on. Okay. Even if like, okay, right now, you know what I'm saying? We know it's a pandemic or something. But like real life, if this happens to you and you shake that Negro's hand, my screen is dirty. Oh my gosh. I need to clean it. If you shake that Negro's hand, my guy, you a certified nyash, bro. You some certified nyash. Cause ain't no way you out here stabbing me and expect me to shake your hand cause of stress. First of all, either you hate me or you trying to like, you know what I'm saying, take my position. That's what I'm gonna get from that. So that means it's me or you. So if that happens, I want you out of the building. And then when I realize, okay, everybody trying to kill me because of something else, then I'll be like, oh, I'm sorry. By that point, you'll probably get your job because everybody realize they're just trying to kill me when they look at me. You know what I'm saying? But until then, I'm gonna go into this like, you tried to kill me. Either I kill you or they fire you. It's that simple. Like, I'm gonna catch you on that block. Spin the block, man.
Vincent to work remotely since obviously something about him is unnerving people. Before
What?
going home, Vincent asks a coworker
That's so ridiculous, man. Like that's some bull. Why he gotta go home, dog? Like you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of those I could do a whole history lesson, but I ain't gonna do that. Shoot, I forgot what it reminds me of. I forgot.
to check social media to see if there are any bad rumors about him, but they find nothing. In the evening, Vincent has a date with the woman he met on the app at a restaurant.
Hold on.
Their chat goes well and
Side profile looking fucking dashing. The forehead big and beautiful, like Rihanna's. You know what I'm saying? Hey, she might be the one. She got them, you know what I'm saying, Ethiopian design about her. I feel like she got that Ethiopian finesse. By the way, I know this is a yap shit, but this is what I do, bro. Like, this is what y'all gotta know. These videos might turn into 40-minute videos because I might just yap about something else. I'm gonna tell you that right now. And if you're here for that, you're here for that. Right now, I'm gonna put timestamps. But in the future, when man's got money, which means when he got money, he got less to stress about. I put timestamps about the yapping. Right now I want to yap about these Ethiopian women, man. And man, I'm gonna tell you something about them. I ain't never been to Ethiopia, but man, the things I seen, these Ethiopian girls like ruby roses, bro. Like ruby roses, ice spices, Nicki Minaj is like all that. They just all there on the regular. I don't know if they because they like pure bloodline or whatever, but shoot, that's where you're gonna find yourself a good African queen. Or maybe in America. You just gotta find hard. But let's get back to the video.
And they hit it off, but Vincent can't help glancing at the window because a hobo keeps staring at him. Suddenly the man starts
Oh,
walking toward the
what the
restaurant,
fuck?
but when he crosses the street he gets hit by a car.
Damn.
Terrified, Vincent decides to leave. On his way home, he can't stop feeling that everyone on the street is watching him, so he ends up taking a cab. The next day, Vincent goes for a ride on his bicycle, and when he stops at a red light, he notices a driver in a car staring at him without blinking. Scared, Vincent ignores the red light and rides away as fast as possible, but soon the car comes chasing after him.
What
He
the
ends up
freak?
accidentally falling off his bicycle, but at least this allows him to hide off the road and the car goes away without seeing him. When he returns home, Vincent searches the internet for news related to mysterious cases of violence and finds many examples of people suddenly dissociating and attacking whoever is around them. There are also many videos filmed by people with their own phones of such incidents happening in sports events and stores. The following day, Vincent goes to see a psychologist. Unfortunately, the man doesn't believe the part about the attackers having blank faces and says Vincent may want any kind of attention, causing the others to react. Vincent goes home and starts
What?
organizing.
Bro, an old white lady. Fuck. I just burped. Anyways, an old white lady ain't gonna attack you because she feels some type of way. She gonna call the cops. Or maybe she will attack you as her ancestors did to your ancestors before them.
The details he knows so far on a board. The attacks start with eye contact, so he
Okay.
needs to know how they stop. He goes to the balcony and says hello to the neighbor, who at first returns the greeting with good manners. However, after some staring, his face goes blank and he throws things at Vincent, who immediately hides. After waiting for a few seconds, Vincent looks out again and notices the neighbor is confused over what happened.
So no
Appearances
contact?
are always
Bro,
deceiving.
get off!
He adds to the boards that ending eye contact also ends the attack. Later, Vincent receives a package with his latest purchase, a taser, some handcuffs, and paper spray. Then he spends a few moments
Paper spray? You mean pepper spray?
practicing how to react fast with the taser in
Nah,
hand.
you see him?
Feeling safe now, Vincent
He
goes for a
got
walk
it
while
on
keeping
him,
his hood
bruh.
up. When he returns home, the neighbor kids see him arrive and suddenly attack him. Vincent tries pushing them away without hurting them, but the kids keep trying and even bite him, so Vincent has no choice but to throw them to the floor. At that moment he's seen by the mother, who immediately calls him an abuser, but at least she stops the attack and Vincent can run to hide in the apartment. Soon all the other neighbors are gathering outside the door and they don't believe him when he says the kids attacked first. Scared, Vincent puts some furniture against the door to keep them from breaking in.
Oh
When the
my
neighbors
God.
finally give up and leave, Vincent packs up his most important things and leaves, making sure to keep his hood up. He takes a cab to his childhood home, where he learns that his father Jean-Pierre is living with a new girlfriend. Vincent borrows his dad's car and the keys to the family's country house, but when he asks to spend the night, Jean-Pierre informs him his childhood room is going through renovations. Vincent's options are the couch or the garage, where all his old things are in boxes. Seeing he's
Garage.
clearly being a third wheel, Vincent decides to leave, but first he stops by the garage to get some of his old stuff and a hammer for defense. After a few hours of driving, Vincent stops at a store to buy some food. He eats it at a table in the park, where he's suddenly approached by a hobo named Joachim and his dog. Thinking he's about to be attacked, Vincent tries to leave, but Joachim asks him to stay and promises it's safe. Joachim watched him buy the food and how he avoided looking at anyone, so he can tell Vincent is like him. Vincent agrees to share his food while Joachim shares his story. This has been going on for 7 months for him, and it got so
What?
bad that he had to leave his job as a university professor. He doesn't know
Damn.
what caused it, but he knows there are others like them that chat on forums and blogs. Joachim recommends him the one he uses, called the Watchman blog. There they discuss techniques to survive alone, since even going to the hospital is dangerous. In fact, Joachim isn't his real name, it's the username he uses on the forum. Before leaving, Joachim tells Vincent to get a dog because it won't attack him and can warn him of any danger. Afterward, Vincent goes to the
Smart.
gas station and fills up his tank while trying to hide from other drivers. Unfortunately, a man parks next to him and sees him to the point he grabs a shovel from his truck, ready to attack. Vincent immediately gets in his car and escapes without paying. After driving the entire night, Vincent finally makes it to the family's country house and locks the front gate with a chain. Then he uses his laptop to find the website Joachim told him about. However, to leave a message he has to create an account. To do so, the website asks him to delete all his social media accounts first. Without hesitation,
What? Why you gotta do that? Why? I mean, I guess like it's the government who put the virus, but damn, what is this? Shield? I'm like trying to go ghost.
Vincent deletes all his accounts and makes a new one on the mysterious website, using Dave17 as a nickname. Sometime later, Vincent orders food online, and when the delivery guy comes, Vincent makes him drop the box by the gate and doesn't pick it up until the guy is gone. At that moment, a neighbor sees him and comes to say hello. The
Bro,
woman is pleasant, but her daughter's face is slowly changing and she tries to reach for him, so Vincent rushes back inside. Then Vincent gets on the website again and finds
I don't understand. So you know that it's eye contact. And instead of ignoring this woman, which is what I would have been like, I would have just grumpy neighbor. I would have been like, yeah, just walked away, just ignored her. You go up to her, look at her and let the kids see her. These main characters stupid, man.
Joachim's profile, so they start talking to each other through DMs. The next time Vincent goes to the bathroom, he discovers the toilet is clogged. He goes out to check the septic tank that he shares with the neighbor, finding it flooded as well. At that moment, a
Ew.
repairman called by the neighbor arrives and Vincent tries his best to avoid eye contact, but unfortunately the man reacts anyway and jumps on Vincent. The men start fighting, and after lots of struggle, the attacker throws Vincent on the pile of poo to heat him up. Vincent quickly makes the man fall too, and they roll on the poo until the guy starts choking Vincent, who manages to find a rock and uses it to hit the man's head until he's dead. Then Vincent quickly washes off the worst of the dong and drives away with the
Man, bro, all in your ear and your mouth and nose. Ugh. Maybe the rust and stuff did something to the poo because it didn't seem as though it smelled bad. Maybe it was just real ooey.
body in the trunk of his car. Once he's far enough, he opens the trunk and discovers the man is still alive. Vincent wonders if he should spare him, but the man attacks again, so Vincent furiously finishes him off with a hammer. After throwing away the body, he returns home and takes a thorough shower. He finds some cuts in his body, so he stitches those too. The following day, Vincent goes to the dog pound to choose a pet. All the dogs are barking except for a good boy who smiles at him, so Vincent adopts him and calls him Sultan. They go to the beach and play some games together, but soon a family arrives and starts walking toward Vincent. Sultan immediately barks to warn him and they run away together. At home, Vincent takes a picture with Sultan and the taser and sends it to Joachim.
Yo,
At home, Vincent takes a picture with Sultan and the taser.
Yo, what the freak? This is the Chicago Grim. And then look at the dog in the background, like, man, you know you ain't on that. You know you ain't on that type of timing, man.
And sends it to Joachim. One evening, he drives to a fast food restaurant and makes an order on his phone, asking them to bring it out because he's disabled. Margot is the one who brings his order and realizes the raw meat is for Sultan, so she calls Vincent sweet. When she asks what's Vincent's disability, he confesses he lied, but Margot doesn't mind because she likes having an excuse to catch a break from the clients inside. Later at home, he looks for Margot's profile on social media.
I don't understand. How do you know? I feel like a freak. How do you know, like, who you can look at and who you can't look at? Like, I don't get
And a
it.
crush starts to grow. The next day, Vincent starts exercising and watching self-defense videos. When he hears his neighbor speaking loudly outside, he looks through the window and finds the mother scolding her daughter for getting violent. Soon the people in the forum start talking about barricading their houses or even escaping to the mountains. For now, Vincent chooses to cover up all his windows. He also asks Joachim if he ever met someone, so Joachim confesses he's married and he had to leave his wife. He misses her a lot but always fights the urge to go see her. In the evening, Vincent goes out in his car and finds the road blocked by the cops. He does his best to avoid eye contact while an officer.
Don't let them see your eyes, bro. 'Cause them boys, as a matter of fact, the minute you seen them cops, you should have turned around, B. You should have turned around. You should have, I don't know, bro. You should have glasses on that say that you blind and you close your eyes. That's what I would have done.
Officer explains the situation and tells him to take a different road. Luckily Vincent manages to drive away without trouble. Afterward he goes to the fast food restaurant and Margot brings out the food for him again. At that moment two bikers arrive at the restaurant, so a scared Margot gets in Vincent's car and asks him to drive away. To thank Vincent for the favor, Margot tells him to stop by a bar so she can buy him a beer. She brings out 2 pints and while they drink together, the bikers show up and ask Margot for the money she owes them. When they see Vincent, one of the guys goes blank and Sultan starts barking, so Vincent uses the taser to knock him out. Then the other thug tries to punch Vincent, but he hits him first and rushes to get in the car with Margot to escape. Suddenly Sultan starts growling and Margot jumps on Vincent to attack him.
Oh my
Vincent tries his
gosh.
best to push her away while still driving in a rather
I don't,
clumsy way.
okay, so is it like a tolerance? Because this girl looked at him for quite a long time. Other guys, I don't get it. Like, hopefully they explain this by the end of the movie.
And after a few hits he manages to knock Margot out just in time to avoid crashing. Moments later Margot wakes up in a room at Vincent's house and finds the door locked. Outside the room, Vincent asks her to close her eyes, then he guides her out and takes her to his car, where he handcuffs her. Eventually,
How much should good car insurance cost you a month? $80? $120?
I
Nope.
don't care.
they make it to a supermarket and Vincent gets out of the car to approach a man nearby, but the guy is weirded out and goes away in his own vehicle. Then Vincent gets inside the supermarket and Margot is surprised to hear Sultan growling. At that moment Vincent runs out while dozens of people are chasing him and throwing things at him. He manages to get in the car before getting caught, but the crowd surrounds the vehicle and even breaks a window.
What the
Vincent makes
freak?
them move by starting the car and the group gets to escape safely. Margot finally understands what happened to her last night and believes his story. Moments later they arrive at Margot's home, which turns out to be a boat. They share some drinks and
Hold
food.
on, wait. Li- When? What? Didn't she just try to this man? Okay, I'm gonna let it slide. I don't know, bro. I wanted him to win, but now I just want the nigga to die. Hey, not today. And I won't cry.
And after chatting for a while, they end up kissing. Things quickly
Ugh.
escalate
Hey,
and they decide to do the naughty,
hey,
which is kinda
y'all
awkward
can't
and
see this.
uncomfortable because they keep handcuffing one of Margot's hands to various surfaces in case of another attack. By the time they're done, night has fallen and Margot is craving a smoke. Vincent goes out to get them from his car and receives a call from Joachim, who announces he's cured. He doesn't know how or why, but nobody attacks him anymore. Joachim wishes Vincent good luck and hangs up before going to finally see his wife again. Afterward Vincent and Margot share some joints and fall asleep together. In the middle of the night, Vincent wakes up when he hears Sultan growl and finds Margot attacking him, so he hits her to knock her down and runs outside. Minutes later Margot calls him back but she doesn't blame him for defending himself. While
Bro.
Vincent takes care of the wound he gave her, Margot wonders if they can make their relationship work.
No, you can't. Like, no, you cannot. Like, stuff like this will not work, Puzzle. It will not work. Like, this is literally an abusive relationship, except it's like justifiable. An abusive relationship is abusive relationship, Puzzle. Gonna have to let this one go. Even if the tun you spend 30 big boys on the tun, you still gotta let the tun go. You gotta let the tun fight. Oh man, one of the greatest minds of our generation, that man.
Suddenly Sultan starts barking and they hear a voice, which Margot recognizes as the owner of a neighboring boat. Soon more and more voices can be heard yelling in the distance, so the group decides to leave. They drive back to town and are shocked to find a fire that has taken over a
Oi,
house and its surroundings. When they
what?
take a closer look, they're horrified to find a body that Vincent recognizes as his neighbor. Then they go
What
around the
the
house to enter
freak?
Vincent's home through the back door while avoiding the fire, only to find Jean-Pierre with his weapon out. His face has multiple wounds and he explains a bunch of violent people killed his girlfriend. Retelling the story makes him have a breakdown and Vincent manages to make him drop the weapon before hugging him to comfort him. Afterward Jean-Pierre and Margot go to sleep while Vincent checks a message from Joachim. He says things didn't go well with his wife and that destroyed his soul, so he writes to say goodbye before self-deleting. He also drops a
Damn.
map with the coordinates to all the shelters organized by their website. Devastated, Vincent tries to call him but Joachim doesn't pick up, meaning he's already dead. In the morning the group leaves in the car and heads toward a shelter.
Alright, Peter, you're walking. He was the really one that was ready to rock him. He was really ready to slap for the Oppums. Like Oppenheimer, he was really ready to just bomb him in a country. It didn't even matter. For the homeboys, he was ready to hunt for me. Ooh! We start a rap career right now, bruh. Right now, today.
keeping Margot's and Jean-Pierre's hands tied to the doors. During the trip, they hear the news on the radio talking about a wave of violence taking over the country and the minister advising everyone not to leave their homes.
What the freak happened to him? Oh my gosh. I just saw like blood on his face, but not the right side of his face is just, ooh, I know that hurt.
Eventually they find the road blocked by a bunch of cars because everyone is trying to escape at the same time, and Vincent can't drive back because cars appear behind him as well. People's
Gosh.
anger grows with the situation and soon everyone is fighting on the road.
Oh,
Jean-Pierre wants
oh,
revenge for his girlfriend, so he unties his hand and joins the scuffle.
man.
Vincent goes after him to save him, for his girlfriend, so he
Bro,
unties
look
his
at
hand
that
and
nigga.
joins the
He got out the V, immediately rocked the old white lady. No remorse. Said, quit, ill Confederate flag.
scuffle. Vincent goes after him to save him, and as he runs around, he finds lots of people killing each other in the most brutal
Jesus.
ways. When he finally finds his dad, Vincent sees the blank look and gets ready to defend himself, but Jean-Pierre attacks a woman instead and kills her. Sultan appears next to Vincent but he doesn't make a single sound, which makes Vincent realize nobody attacks him anymore. More people fill the area and Vincent pushes them out of the way,
Wait,
but
so
he can't find his
everybody's just
dad.
attacking
Meanwhile,
everybody?
Margot has to watch how a person kills another one on the hood of Vincent's car. At that moment she finds the handcuffs key and frees herself to go after Vincent, who refuses to leave without Jean-Pierre. Margot points out they'll get killed if they stay, so they run away from the main road and take a trail through
Oh,
the forest. After a few hours of walking,
he left the dog?
Vincent's face suddenly goes blank and he attacks Margot. As he chokes her, she struggles against him and manages to cover his eyes, making him stop. Vincent feels terrible and lets Margot blindfold his eyes with a piece of her shirt before they keep going. When they reach town, there are snipers on the roofs who shoot in the air to scare them away. As they run down the road, Margot sees an abandoned car, so she throws out the driver's body and takes the vehicle to drive back to the river. There she removes the blindfold and kisses Vincent before going back to her boat. After thinking about it for a few seconds, Vincent and Sultan join her, and the group sails away together. Margot blindfolds Vincent and handcuffs his hand just in case, but she also hugs him as they promise to start a new life together. Make sure to subscribe and
You know what I'm saying? That was a, I don't know how I felt about that. It still didn't explain like why like some people took longer and other people took shorter to like start the killing, but and like why it was those people that was okay, and then like I would really like to know. Just if you're gonna make a movie, don't be putting too many like dumb cliffhangers like this. It'd be like there's just too many questions. But other than that, would I watch this movie? If it like came on my roster, probably not. But was it like out of movie recaps? I'd say it's a good 8 out of 10. You know what I'm saying? It was above average, but it wasn't too good. All right, that's the end of the video. If you enjoyed, make sure to subscribe. Have that like button shine like the sun. And for the comment of the day, uh, how was the movie to you from 1 to 10? You know what I'm saying? And don't be scared to go below a 7. See now these people don't want to go below a 7. Just I guess they feel as though, you know what I'm saying. Ever since Keith Lee and these food reviewers in these restaurants, they be like, if you give them a 5, they be like, oh, you gotta come retest our stuff. You know what I'm saying? But this is like straight 1 through 10. If it's garbage, it's garbage. If it's good, it's good. All right. Stay safe, stay blessed, and stay ahead of the rest. See you hopefully tomorrow, people. Peace out.